Well, those wildflowers that we talked about last time we talked gardening, those are all planted. The single bloom gives you one little pop of color at least, and the arrival of pollinators seem imminent. But you take one quick glance over to your neighbor's yard and you notice they got color everywhere. Blooms sprouting all over the place and put your little flower to shame. And now that you look at it, it might actually be wilting. Well, don't worry. This week I've got you covered in how you can have that bed of native flowers coveted by the rest of the neighborhood. The flowers are planted, perfectly positioned to get the most sun. And while the care is easy, there are ways to maximize those blooms and encourage new, colorful growth, all while keeping your yard free of chemicals and fertilizers.
So a lot of flowering plants, you can top them and you'll induce some bushing.
And while that may sound a little complicated, it's as simple as just a few snips.
Something with multiple blooms, you'll have these little stems coming out the sides here. That tells you that it's going to send up side shoots.
By pinching off the tops of the plants, it allows the plant to focus more energy into the side shoots, creating a fuller, bushier plant, and in turn creating more blooms.
And it's going to totally change the shape of the plant. It's going to change what it does.
Now this could make the plant a little shorter, a little stockier, but a lot more colorful. All done without having to overload your plant with man-made fertilizers.
A lot of salvias, a lot of different wildflowers that we grow will take hard cutting back.
And extra blooms aren't the only benefit from pruning. It can even make the plant more drought tolerant and help eliminate the need to water it, even during some of summer's hottest days.
By chopping some of that top off, you're balancing out the root to foliage ratio. And that'll allow you to catch up for whenever it's raining.
Plus, a good prune can help ventilate the plants, which helps reduce the spread of molds and fungus that you find in the garden.
You allow more wind to flow through. Allowing that wind to flow through is going to reduce your disease.
So after those flowers are planted, don't be scared to take a few blooms, and in turn stretching out the blooming season.
See how it's budding out and it's making a new stem right here? This is a sign that if I cut this, it's going to dump all of its energy into this. It's going to cut the energy here. This is going to grow twice as fast.
And take all those cut flowers.
Perfect for bouquets, for your mom, for your wife.
Throw them in a vase. All while your neighbors wonder just how you got so much color. In Lafayette, I'm Daniel Phillips, KATC TV3. Now, there are some cases where you shouldn't go in and cut the bloom off. That's going to be things like sunflowers, ones that will only produce one single bloom. If you cut those off, then you could stunt the growth. And I was talking to Marcus a little bit about putting some of those flowers in an arrangement. He said best time to do that is cut those blooms in the morning and put it in a little vase, a little bit of water, and he said a little bit of Sprite. That's the key. So I'll have more information on all of that at our website at KATC.com.